Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Stellaris Multiplayer. I'm here again with Wyatt. I seem to do a lot of multiplayer series with him right now, but we are going to be playing some Stellaris. We're going to play just vanilla right now. We will probably expand after we finish this game, whether we get absolutely creamed or we end up killing each other, whichever comes first. We will probably do modded.
Yeah, I just would like to clarify for people I've never played this before.
Oh no, I get to help. I get to help someone who's never played. He's never enjoyed it. Let me just tell you the laughs he was having in the creator character when he was making this. When he was doing his mushroom was app. Let me just tell you, I've never had a better time.
Look. They have a deep lore. It makes sense. They do things that would make sense for a mushroom. I'll just say that.
Oh my god! All right.
So.
Let's start. Oh, wait, you have to hit ready.
I guess I can.
Alright. Starting new game. First time you load it takes just a little bit because it's got to load in It's creating a whole new galaxy for us to explore. We're doing the Spiral Forearms. We're playing on Ensign, I believe. Just because he's never played it before. I don't want him to get, touched by a Admiral.
Yeah. Yeah, it's could be interesting to see what I do and what my mushrooms do.
All right. So are you in?
I think I am. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't take long to load in, so I will hit start.
All right. So,
yep. So
I'll give you a little backstory on my people, Jacob.
All right, I'll have us paused. You can use WASD to move around your planetary system. Just to give you some. You see the sectors. Your screen over on the side. If you click on that twice, it'll show you what your planet looks like, and like the things with it, like the buildings you can build within your planet.
Wait. On the side.
Yep. So like where it's the outliner.
Okay.
Do you see the name of your? Do you see your world?
That's at the bottom for me.
Is it?
Empire Homeworld? On my side, I have contacts, situation log, market, planets, and sectors.
Okay. Do you see the little? Wyatt, press O.
Press O. Such a weird button.
Did your outline pop up on the side?
No.
So you don't have a screen on. I'm gonna send you a thing on Snap. Like, it's his first time. Don't worry. Gonna be lots of things like this. So you don't have a screen that looks like this. Snapchat is coming your way.
See, I have.
Here. So I just sent it to you. You don't have that screen on the side.
Hang on. My phone is slow. On the right.
Yeah, on the right. Do you see it? You see that outline on the right?
Hang on. I do now. Sorry. It's because I had the advisory was talking to me.
Okay. That
makes sense. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll have. Okay. So double click on your planet.
Yes.
And you see this is your building screen for your planet, so you can kind of see the different stats. So the little individual that's like encased in black is the crime rate on your planet.
Oh.
The building next to it is how much housing you have.
I see.
We have an amenities system. I know how much you love amenities.
Yay. Jobs.
Yep, and then you have current unemployment.
Well, the good news is, Jacob,
you have no unemployment.
Yes, we have no unemployment and no crime because we mushrooms don't believe in crime. The concept of doing something against our overlords is just not a thing.
Yep, and then you see how it has those bottom little tabs?
Yes.
Yep, you can click on them, so that shows your population. And where your population is, like, spread out, among your rulers, specialists, and workers.
Yes.
Then you have your armies. So this is your planetary armies that you have currently on your planet. You can
first ground shield.
You can recruit more. Basically, you use these once you've like bombarded a planet enough to land and take it when you're at war, and then you can assign a general, and you can also use them to defend, like if they're landing on your planet.
Mm-hmm.
And then corporation is when you have a corporate edict within your area.
I see.
And then you see the decisions tab.
Yep.
So this costs the purple currency that's up on your top left.
I see.
Not the bars, but the other one. And this is basically, some of them require that, some of them require a little luxury goods. If you keep scrolling down, basically these are like your. This is like political power. That's like the purple one is like political power, where you can so like you can increase stability. Like let's say your planet's unstable, you can declare martial law. You can stop synthetic assembly on your planet because you are allowed to build robots later on.
Right.
And you can declare population controls. Like for example, let's say you're having too many people, you can have population control until you can send them off, to colonize another planet. Now, you have free building slots on your planet, I presume.
Yes.
Yep. And so you click on that plus sign, and you can see what kind of stuff you can build.
See.
You probably don't have the currency for it, but you can see what the currency means, like up there. So, like minerals, energy credits, and food are your three main currencies.
Yes.
You just have to wait for them to build up. You can click up out of that now. Now you can click on your shipyard. This is where the fun begins. This is where you build your ships.
Ah.
And if actually you click on it and you see how, if you double click on it, you see how like it goes to it, like it highlights it and goes to it.
Yep.
See how close you can zoom in. Start zooming in. You can get really close and personal with your ships.
Oh, hi guys.
Yep. So you can they put a lot of detail into this.
Mm-hmm.
And on your as you can see, you can upgrade it when you have the upgrades for it, with the money.
Yep.
And then you can put different modules on it and buildings on it, which can do different things. So right now yours probably has a shipyard, trade hub, and crew quarters, which basically allows you to do basically this is where you're going to be pumping out your ships for the beginning game.
Cool.
Next tab over, because you have those little tabs at the bottom again. You have your defenses, where you can create defense platforms, and you actually can make custom defense platforms in the ship designer. So you can see like like if you want one with a little more missiles, or like one with a little bit more anti-missile capability, you can create those. Right now it just has the standard auto best.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your shipyard, which this is where you this is where you build your different ships. So you can have a colony ship, science ship, which science ships, they go around and exploring the planets around you, seeing what's there, so you know if you want to go there and build and put it within your territory. Cool. And then your corvettes are right now your only combat ship.
Okay.
You will get more later on, like they're normal corvettes right now. You'll get like destroyers, battle cruisers, that kind of stuff later on.
Okay.
Those your research.
What do I want to build now?
Right now, you see those three tabs right now? Those are your research tabs. You probably want to get those squared away.
Ah. Physics, society, and engineering.
Yep, and you can kind of choose what you want. So read what they do. Like some of them, they'll boost future research. Some of them, they'll give you like improved shield stuff. Or they'll up your station output. So it's really, where you want to put them.
Okay.
So I will actually unlock that one. And they each take, a different amount of time depending on how much, how fast, how efficient your research is, etc. Reduce that, and I'll do that. Alright, did you choose which ones you wanted?
Yes.
Okay. Now what you're gonna want to do is I'm just gonna take you through the tabs so you know what to do. Um so you see that bar on the left side?
Yes.
Go over to it, and this is so I'll take you through contacts first. This is where you would this is basically your diplomatic screen for when you meet other people.
Okay, so I don't have any yet.
Yep. And then you have your situation log, which has situation log, anomalies, and victory, which basically victory is like the victory tab. Mm-hmm. I have that disabled, since it's our first one. We'll decide when we're done.
Okay.
We have anomalies and situations which, as you send things to go out and research, they can have anomalies, and you can learn. Like, it's basically like kind of like Star Trek, where like they go to where it's like an individual thing. They go down, they learn different things about the planet, and they could give you more research stuff, or they can give you like different stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also the screen you go to if you discover aliens and you want to research what they are.
Okay.
But the drawback of that is it takes away time from certain, like, so your researcher, you have 3 researchers in that one tab. If you want to research what aliens you have, that's going to take one of them off of that, and they're going to research what alien. So you kind of want to balance that.
Right.
Yep, and then we're going to go to the next tab down, which is markets. This is where, once the galactic market is founded, this is basically where you can buy resources if you need them, or sell them on the galactic market if you have extras.
Okay.
Next tab down is planet and sectors. This is where you can set sector settings. So, like, if you want to auto do it, you can kind of have it. You can transfer resources, or you can create vassals for your for different, like, if you have so many and you want to keep your planet, when you want to play a little taller, which I know you like to do, you can have vassals that work for you.
Cool. So do I want to be on balanced focus right now?
I'm actually on none right now. I've never actually played with that tab, so it's my first time seeing that too.
Oh. I'm going to put it on balanced and see what happens.
I shall do that as well. Alright, next tab down is your expansion planner. I've never seen this tab in my life, because they've updated this game a lot.
Interesting.
So I have no idea what that is. Next tab down, policies.
Policy.
So this is where, if you click on each different one, you can choose. So diplomatic stance, you can be belligerent, cooperative, isolationist, expansionist. You know what those are. You know what major you're in.
Yeah.
You can have different philosophies, which sometimes are restricted by, like, for your war philosophies. Basically, that's going to be dependent on, let's say you're a pacifist, you might not be able to have, unrestricted wars, or wars of, you can only have wars of, like, liberation or defensive wars. Orbital bombardment. Indiscriminate means you can bomb that. You see that little green bar that's by your planet? That's basically your planet's health. You can reduce that to 0 and kill everyone on it.
Ah, I like the sound of that.
You can have resettlement. So basically you can force your populations to forcefully resettle to a different planet. First contact protocol.
Yeah, I've kind of scrolled through them. I think for the most part it's the way I want it.
Yep.
Already.
All right. Yep. And you can have different economic policy. You can choose if you want robotic workers. You can have population control. You can have slaves. There actually is a slave market, and you can choose if you're allowed to purge people. Now here's the edicts. Basically, this is where you have your edict capacity limit, and you can choose which ones you kind of. Basically, this is where you also spend your political influence to see if you want certain things. and they only last a
Okay.
certain amount of time. This is basically like the edict system they had in Hoi 4, where you could kind of choose, where you want things to. It's very similar.
Okay.
Then you have traditions and relics. The traditions tab is kind of like how you want your people to grow over time. So you can adopt the supremacy thing, which will give you more. It'll increase your ship cap because you have a ship. That's where that 3 out of 23 is right now. That's
Right.
It'll increase. It'll increase your number. You can. There's also ways to do that in game. You can go the diplomatic route. It really depends on.
And you can only pick one, or can you do multiple?
You can do multiple. It's smart to go through one tree entirely, because then you get to choose an ascension perk, which means like you've ascended to your species has ascended to the next.
I see.
Yep, and your unity how much unity you have is influence. How long it'll take to get there.
Cool.
And then relics. I don't know. I've never had the relics. This is my first time having the relics thing installed, so we'll figure that out. Ship designer. This is you can create a new design. You can have a corvette, and you can choose, if you want a missile boat, an interceptor, or a picket. Did you click on that? So like new design, hit corvette, and then you see where it says no section.
Yes.
Click no section. And then you can choose if you want, do you want more small weapons? Do you want a small weapon, like your big,
okay.
This is basically, is your ship customization. How do you want, how you want to mix up your ship?
Yeah. Cool.
And then that side slot right there, that side panel is like where you upgrade, your reactors, your hyperdrives, your radars, computer systems. And then the one below, that's your shield and hull upgrades.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right.
And then technology, it's your technology tab, which you just were, just in case you.
Yeah.
Yep. And it pops up on the top part like it does in Hoi 4 when you finish. So then you have factions. So over time, different factions can pop up in your empire.
Right.
For political control. So some of them might want to take you down the warpath, and they'll elect people who want that, or you'll get like a workers' party, and they'll elect someone who, and you still have full control, but they'll elect different people who go down certain influence paths. And then claims, basically it's where you make your claims against. It's taking you to the map screen, which you can scroll out, and you could see how big.
It's quite large.
Yep. And you have nothing to claim, and you can hit M to get back to your planet. M to get out to your map screen. M is map, and then you can go back into your planet with hitting it again.
Very good.
And then the one below that is your species. So this is where you can, this is where if you see different species setting up in your empire, you can see how many there are. You can
purge them.
You can purge them. You can give them different rights.
Very good. They will have none.
So what's very interesting is so like if you have people come into your place that are very militaristic, you can give them the right to serve in your military, and you can actually make you can actually conscript only their race for the military slot that are stronger.
I see.
And then the tab below that is your leaders tab. This is where you recruit admirals, generals, scientists, new governors, because you can have governors running planets.
Cool.
Yep. And what you are going to want to do is you see where your military fleet is, like in the on the right panel. It's going to say shipyards, military fleets.
Yes.
Okay, great. You're going to want to double click on that. And you see where it says no leader assigned?
I need to give the lead.
Yep. And then that's when you hit recruit, and you can choose who you want, which will be a mix and you get to and those little blue orbs are like their
trait.
Yep. And it costs credits to recruit them, so just remember that.
Yeah.
Yep, you want kind of, if you want them a little older, a little younger, you know.
Very good.
Yep, and you've also got your little ships. And they each have their own individual names, as well as your different military fleet names. And then you see where it says you have 2 civilian ships?
Yes.
Click your construction ship.
Okay.
Do you see how some resources on planets are green and some are white? Like around different planets in your solar system? So like you'll see like a little minerals like icon, and it'll either be green or red, or like green or white.
You mean like the number?
Yeah, like the number is going to be either green or white.
Yeah.
If it's white, that means you don't currently have it. So what you do is you click your construction ship, and then you right click on that planet, and you can choose to build a mining station on that.
Oh, okay.
And then your construction ship will go over and make that.
I see.
And once you have enough resource and stuff, you can actually tab. You can actually do that over multiple things by shift. Like if you wanted to do another one, you could shift click and build another mining station if you had the resources to do it. And then your science ship, you're going to want to click on that. You're going to want to hit M. And you see the systems around you? You're going to want to left click on that and hit survey system with your science ship. And your science ship will go over there and explore that system. Did it not do that?
Hang on. No, did not.
Okay, so are you in your map screen?
Yep.
Do you have your science ship selected? Do you have it clicked?
Yep.
Okay, so right click on the planet, like hitting over it. You have to highlight it with your cursor.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Survey system.
Yep. And then what you can do is you can hold shift and do that on another planet, and it'll set it down on a route. So like you can do it over multiple systems.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yep. So I always do the ones closest by to me first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and actually, and there will be different warp technologies that you will be able to find throughout the game. Like for example, there are warp gates, I believe, or wormholes you can use. But basically, that's the basics.
Fantastic.